All right, let's do it. So, one of our viewers requested us to create a tailored itinerary for Washington, D.C., especially with the theme of Cherry Blossom Getaway. Now, this is very curious and this is very interesting for us because we have at Trip Crawl always been fascinated by cherry blossom festivals, especially in Japan. But very few people know that Washington D.C. has one of the world's most popular cherry blossom festivals and a getaway. So let's look at it how the AI in this case helped us to create a tailored itinerary. Before we go forward, um, I would request everybody to please share and subscribe to our videos, our channels, if you like the content. And please do let us know if you need any changes, any improvements in our content, or any places that you want to cover. And we'll be eternally grateful to you. Thank you so much. Now, without further ado, let's look at some of the context, first of all, that our viewer or the subscriber that requested us provided to us in this case. Now, obviously, this is a cherry blossom themed, so it was the core of the plan that we wanted AI to look at. And then the user had suggested that let AI define the optimal number of days that they need to be in DC for this kind of getaway. That is a cherry blossom festival based. The rest time should be baked in because this subscriber is in 50 plus age group and they really wanted enough rest time to be baked into the itinerary for all the number of days, all the days that we will provide itinerary for. The other thing was that to optimize the travel, they were keen on the places to be in closer proximity than traveling most of the day on the road or in metros, and definitely a safe neighborhood to go to for hotel or airbnbs, and even for just a walk or a stroll. Now with these five primary constraints that we had, or I would say context, we looked at towards AI to provide us a good itinerary. We used Google's Gemini as a primary product for this case. We also used OpenAI's ChatGPT and Anthropic's Claude to provide us the itinerary. We took then all the three itineraries and created one golden itinerary for this specific subscriber of ours. So let's look at how the itinerary turned out to be. And if time permits, then I will share some of the visuals of the places in the end that the AI helped us create the itineraries for. Before we looked at the itinerary, let's look at, as usual, all the government advisories that you need to pay attention to while you are, planning to travel to DC. I'm not going to go into detail of each of these things. You can look at it. You can also do a real-time search in whenever you plan to travel. Then also you should and you must look at the vaccinations and health guidelines, all the certificates or anything that the advisory provides from a government or authorized organizations. Especially watch out for things like the crowd that you will see, as a part of congestion around the tidal basin in DC, where it gets really crowded during this festival. You should also be looking out for the weather. In addition to that, since DC is a metropolitan, one of the biggest or one of the most important cities in the whole world, you should look at for challenges on the road, parking. It will be too crowded, so plan for it. My personal recommendation is to take a cab, take Uber or Lyft, and definitely have everything booked and reserved much in advance before you reach there. With that said, also pay attention to some of the local scams that you as a tourist may not be aware of, and you could be taken advantage of. So please be safe. Please be situationally aware, and that will help you make the most memorable memories when you visit this place. Now, let's look at the perfect itinerary now. Now, with that said, this is a summary of all the 4 days. Now, in this case, AI churned out 4 days to be the most optimal number of days to visit DC, specifically when the theme is a cherry blossom festival. And also, you could watch or visit some of the best places in DC, which are not very, inclined towards the cherry blossom festival, but while you are there, why not? So you can look at this summary later, pause it, watch it. But I would go into some of the details of all the 4 days. And here we go. All right, let's do this one. So this is the day one in detail. You see how we have categorized all the itinerary items here and how the AI has helped you with important tips and alternatives that it also recommends. Here, AI has recommended or assumed that you are visiting this place through the airport, through flying in, and that's what we had fed it. Now, with that said, it considers all the travel between the airport to the hotel, and hereby you will see it recommends that you book a hotel in the downtown area, specifically from two standpoints that this spectator or this sorry this subscriber of ours, they were okay with a little higher budget travel, and that's why the AI has provided the context of going to downtown, which will also be in closer proximity to most of the areas that you would need to visit for a cherry blossom themed festival. So instead of staying out in the suburbs and paying a lot for rentals or Ubers and Lyfts, pay a little more, while you stay in DC, and be closer to every place. And that's the beauty of AI helping out with this kind of recommendation. Now, what it also starts saying to you is that with the places that you need to go to on day one, where you could eat, what activities you could do, and as I said, some tips and alternatives. For example, it recommends you to go to the Penn Quarter area. Now, if you see, it is 15 minutes away from the downtown hotels. And that's why this recommendation is a golden recommendation in my point of view. Now, you could try teasm for quick quality bites in this place in the Penn Quarter area, or you can just go visit some other cafes that's so beautiful in this area. I have personally visited this area, and I would recommend everybody to visit, ever you go to DC. Now, from there, it says just walk 15 minutes to go to Washington Monument Grounds. And then what you could see here is that you can witness the Blossom Kite Festival. You could catch the taiko drummers. This is a high on the agenda for the tourists when they visit this place. Alternatively, you could also go to National Museum of American History, which will be equally important for you to visit in case you do not want to go to a Blossom Kite Festival. Now, from here, you could go to Tidal Basin, which is again a walk of 15 minutes from the monument grounds. And then at Tidal Basin, you could do a cherry blossom viewing, or you could go to the Potomac River cruise, which is also one of the most sought out things to do for the tourists. Now, from here, you could go to the hotel, back, rest, and freshen up. And then it tells you to go to Old Abbott Grill, which is our recommendation from AI for an iconic dining experience. And definitely, as a tip, you book reservations 30 days ahead. So you see important recommendation and tips around this. The beauty of this, you see, is that everything in this recommendation from your hotel is always 15 minutes of walk. You could always take a cab for, if you want to skip any of these walks. And but these are beautiful sidewalks that you should witness if you want to or if you can. Now let's quickly go to the second day. Now in the second day, it tells you now to go to some places like Wharf Transit Pier. and the National Harbor Pier. And from there, you could just walk 5 minutes to the Sakura Sunday Festival grounds. So how I see now AI is, considering the main festival of viewing on the second day and not right on the day one when you land in DC. And that is super important. I did not have to do anything to create this itinerary except relying on AI and the context that I gave. And AI was considerate enough to plan around this in this way. Saves me time, saves me a lot of effort, saves me all the mental stress on, creating a recommended or the most optimal itinerary. Now, while you do visit the Sakura Sunday Festival, you could have your lunch there and then go back to your National Harbor Pier and Wharf Transit Pier. And then you could also take a Potomac water taxi actually to go to Wharf Transit Pier. Now, from here, you could take a walk for 50 minutes and go to Arctic House, DC. This is an art exhibition. Another thing that our subscriber had recommended us to, feed to the AI, that to feed or to recommend places which are of more artistic and museum related, and that's why you see these recommendations coming in here, cleverly, accommodated in the schedule in the itinerary by AI. And from the Arctic House DC, or alternatively, if you go to International Spy Museum, which is another very interesting one, from there, it tells you to go back to hotel, rest and freshen up, have a coffee if you want, recharge your mobile devices, or stroll around if you need, and then be prepared for dinner. Go to Del Mar, another fine dining Spanish dinner. And this again, if you see, it is not very far from the downtown, 15 minutes to 20 minutes, transit. And you could request a table or book in advance and then retire for the night. This is more or less your day two. Now, from a day three standpoint, I'm going to go a little faster in this one because now you guys understand the way AI is recommending based on the context and the guidelines that we provided to AI. And excuse me, if you see the areas that you must visit as per recommendations by AI, is that you go to National Mall area, do some shopping if you want, take a lunch. There are lots of food trucks in here. Then it tells you to go to United States Capitol building, or just go to your hotel back and then go to Alio or Jaleo for your tapas dinner. Don't miss this out. I have experienced this and it is authentic. It is one of the best dining experiences that I have had in my tourist journeys, across my tourist journeys. Don't forget to visit Lincoln Memorial, one of the best places to be. And obviously the illuminated monument viewing is something that is totally magical. So please visit these places, and I would say the AI recommendations are spot on. Now, from a day four standpoint, it then tells you some places around gardens and garden tours and coffees. And then it then starts wrapping your day, in order to go back, rest, go to metro, go back to your airport, and then check in and departure. Now, this is more or less the 4 day cherry blossom themed festival getaway for Washington D.C. In this area. Now, if you have any questions, any recommendations, if you want some edits or things that you would like to see more in this getaway, especially the Cherry Blossom Festival getaway, then please let me know. Do leave your comments. We'll be looking out for it. In addition to that, I will try to also provide some visuals of these places in our maybe next video, because I want this video to become totally a huge video. So yeah, that's all for today. Let me know what else you would like to see. And as I said earlier, we are trying hard to provide you the best optimal itineraries. Do let us know if you want us to cover some places. Please subscribe and share our channel, and do like our videos if you like the content. Thank you so much for listening in. Until next time.